Craig, how you doing?
Good morning. Good. Thank you for having me.
I got word that something kind of unjust happened to your team, and we like to consider ourselves every now and then a bastion of what's right and wrong. We're not always right, but we want to know that the girls and any kids playing in sports have a great experience. DL typically provides that. I want to say that just out of the gate. And over 1,000 kids, there will be problems every year because it's a lot of kids. But they are a very, very well thought of league. Typically, I do not get along with them for full transparency, but that's got nothing to do with this. I just heard a story that your team was a number 3 seed in a playoff situation and wasn't afforded the opportunity to play in a game and was disqualified from the playoffs without ever playing. So I just wanted to find out what happened, how we can maybe rectify it.
Correct. There was a rain delay last Saturday, and due to the games getting pushed back, the league president, Andrew Zelter, made a unilateral decision to disqualify the number 3 team, which was Red Storm, allow the number 4 team, seeded team, to play the number 1 team and continue their game, and gave the number 2 team, which not only is the league president, he manages that team, and his daughter plays on that team, disqualified us and gave his team a pass to the championship game without allowing our girls to have even one playoff game.
So if the 4 played the 1, that game ended, and they do have a monopoly on those fields, so I know field couldn't have been an issue.
Correct.
And the weather allowed them to play. Why didn't you guys play them after that first game?
The decision was made by Andrew Zelter and the league that we weren't permitted to play.
Did they give you a reason why you couldn't play?
They gave explanations of no umpires, no field time, unable to field a team. His team was unable to field a team 2 or 3 hours later to have a canceled game made up as an alternate time. When we left the field at about 2:30 that day, he said we have options. Andrew Zelter told me we have options to play at 6 p.m. today or 10 a.m. the next day on Sunday.
Okay. And at 6 p.m., were your girls at the field ready to play?
Absolutely. My entire team waited the entire day, 8 hours on the field.
Where was their team?
I was told they were at Harry's Pizza having a pizza party at 3 in the afternoon, a couple of blocks from the field.
That's good. We're going out for a pizza party today, girls.
Well, a pizza party sounds like fun.
Yes.
And what was the party to celebrate making it to the championship game?
I wasn't there, but I can't imagine he had the intention of playing because his number 1 player on the team he gave to another team to play at 6 o'clock, not even in our league.
God, so I don't get into that part of it. So your girls are at the field when you're told to be there. You're waiting at the field to play in this game. They never show up. If he's at a pizza place nearby, could anyone contact him?
One of the league commissioners, Mickey Whitman, was trying to contact him, and he told us that Andrew Zelter was indisposed and that now he was midtown and he'd be back at the field at some point to speak to us.
All right, so they come back. So at some point, all the girls are sitting at the field, and someone comes to you guys and they say, hey, we're really sorry. You're disqualified. You don't even get to earn your way into the championship game, and they just put out a rule that they get to get in.
Yeah, at 8:10, Andrew Zelter came back to the field to speak to the other coach and myself and Mickey Whitman, and he said, what is it you'd like to do? And we said we wanted to play the game earlier, but since that's not happening because you weren't here, we'd like you disqualified. You forfeited because we're here. They said that's not an option. And the third option was...
So why not just play Sunday morning?
Well, that was the option. And the number 4 team, who was actually in the championship, that coach is Ahab, he was actually there with us and said, I don't mind that there's no championship game. We'll have 2 playoff games in the interest of the girls and let all the girls play and everybody's a winner. And we agreed to that. And Andrew Zelter said, no, that's not what he's going to rule.
Got it. And what's your name?
Lola.
Lola, so you're going to speak for all the girls, all right? So,
okay.
Is that cool? So
okay.
What do you want to say on behalf of the girls on the team? Because I read some of the emails you guys wrote. If you want to just explain to people how you guys felt about how you guys got treated there that day.
Well, I was really mad because I really wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't there because I had to do something. But I wanted my team.
You wanted the
to
other
play.
girls to play.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Like Leia was at the field.
So, Leia, why don't you go over there and just hit the microphone, just walk us through what happened and how you guys reacted to it.
So basically, we got to the field that morning when we were supposed to play at 1 o'clock, and it just started pouring, and we were waiting for a very long time.
Sure.
And they told us that we were going to play a game at 5:30, and they never showed up, but our whole team was there.
So you guys sat there the whole day ready to play. The other team never showed
Yeah.
up, and then that team put themselves into the championship game. And let me guess who won the championship game? That team.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I will say this, you know, I will offer that you can beat up on the Boomer and Carton softball all-stars if you'd like.
Yes. So one of the things we want to do is we want to make sure that you guys
Yes.
get to play one more game. I know a lot of girls go to camp. Not everyone's here. But the next time you guys are all together as a team, we would like to invite you guys and your parents, we'll figure out the field and all that stuff, to play a real softball game against a team that Boomer and I put together. And we'll play you in a 9-inning softball game, and it'll be your championship game. But you guys have to.
That would be
you guys
amazing.
have to have the invitation for that.
Well, I'm the pitcher, by the way.
Does that sound like a doable solution?
They would love to have closure on the season. They didn't get to have a game-ending
Right.
team photo or anything, so they would love to play you, and I think we would love to accept that
All
challenge.
right,
Well, it's
so
a
there you
challenge.
have
It's
it.
on
So,
like Donkey Kong girls.
I would say
That's all
this:
I can tell you.
if everything, and again, I only have one side of it. Respectfully, I'm not saying you've
course.
lied about anything, but I don't have the other side of it. But I would just say I'm familiar with the DLL. Like I said, they do a lot of things really, really well. There's certain aspects of the league that I despise and don't care for, but that's my own agenda. But I would say that if it's the way you guys positioned it, it's wrong, and you shouldn't just put a team into a championship game because your daughter's on it or anything else. You should always bend over backwards to make sure that all the kids have the same experience. You're going to lose games, right? And you may have lost the game, but you should have had the opportunity to play. And the dads like you and the parents that are here and the volunteers that try to do the right thing, I would just hope that you guys don't lose faith in what youth sports is all about. And for you girls, not everything always goes the right way. And sometimes you deal with people that may not have your best interests. But if you guys keep your heads up and always act with grace and class, at the end of the day, you guys will always win.